Today's episode is brought to you by ShopVancouverMermaid.com. Visit ShopVancouverMermaid.com to start your mermaid adventure today. Okay, have we got audio? Have we got video? Are we good to go? Hello, my friends and fishes, and welcome to today's video. This video is in collaboration with Merman Christian over on Instagram. He has put together for us a list of his top 10 favorite ocean/mermaid themed horror movies in celebration of Mertober this year. Now, some of these I've seen, and some of these I have not, but regardless, I'm going to try to check them all out this Mertober, and I'm going to be sure to leave the complete list in the description box below. You know, in case you want to check them out too. Get a good spook going. Also, a big thank you to Google for helping me out with the synopses. Synopses. Is this a word? So without further ado, let's dive in. We're gonna start from oldest to newest, and yes, there are some oldies on this list, but they're classics, the first of which being The Fog from 1980. This one I did watch, and I absolutely loved it. Not super scary, but just right for the season. A dark secret about the town's founding is discovered when strange things start to occur as the town prepares to commemorate its centenary. Am I saying that right? Inanimate objects suddenly spring to life. A mysterious glowing fog descends upon the town, and people start to die. And like I said, I did watch this pretty much immediately when I got the list, and absolutely loved it. This is going to become a staple of Mertober for me for years to come. I'm reading this off of my phone because there's no way that I'm just going to pull this information from my brain and recite it to you all. It's not going to happen. I did put effort into rewriting them though, at least there's that. Next up we have Leviathan from 1989. The crew of a mining project descends into the ocean's depths, where undersea explorers discover and investigate a sunken ship. They unintentionally bring back with them a malevolent life form, resulting in a battle for survival at the bottom of the sea. I really want to see this one. Eric actually really wants to see this one too. So it's definitely on my immediate to watch list. Next up we have Dead Calm, which was also from 1989. Also, I'm really hoping I got the years right for all of these. Struggling to overcome the sudden death of their young son, couple Ray Ingram and her husband John take to the sea for an extended yacht trip. On their voyage, they come across a sinking schooner and rescue the ship's sole survivor, who claims the rest of the crew died of food poisoning. So, Merman Christian basically underlined this one and said that he really likes this one and that I definitely need to watch it. And on that note, I want to give a really big shout out to Lonnie. I don't know what the chances are that you're watching this, but really big, just the biggest thank you to you for helping me find DVD/Blu-ray copies of both Dead Calm and the next one that we're going to talk about. You're amazing. So much love. Next up we have She Creature from 2001, which I cannot actually believe I've never seen this. I feel like such a failure as a mermaid, as a member of this community, that I have not seen this. I don't know. Have you seen this? I feel like there have been so many references to this movie over the years, and I'm always like, oh yeah, that, you know, like I've actually seen it, but I haven't. So this is what it's about. Two carnival workers with visions of fame and riches abduct a mermaid from a sailor, but quickly discover she is not as docile as she seems. I really couldn't find much more of a synopsis than that. Very excited to check this one out. Next up, we have The Cave from 2005. A cave system is discovered beneath a 13th century Romanian abbey, and a team of thrill-seeking professionals is brought in to look for signs of life. Will they live long enough to tell people what they found? I feel like I have seen this and I'm just not remembering it because it sounds really familiar and like the poster for it is really familiar, but I don't feel like I have no recollection of this. So I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch or watch it for the first time. Next up is one I had never heard of. It's Sweetheart from 2019. A shipwrecked survivor stranded on an uninhabited tropical island must fend off a malevolent force that surfaces each night. It sounds terrifying. I feel like I've actually had, it's like Lost, I don't know, maybe. I've had nightmares about this, about being like the last inhabitant of some like mysterious island and there's something terrorizing me. Like I don't know. So will I be able to watch it? Who knows? Okay, next up is Mermaid Down, 2019. Okay, just hang on. A mermaid is violently taken from the sea, where she is stripped of her mermaid tail and sent to a psychiatric institution where no one believes she is a real mermaid, and I'm not kidding you can't make this shit up. This actually, in theory, sounds like such... And I've got no judgment. If you like this movie, totally cool. I have watched this. I made it most of the way through. And like the premise for it, I feel like there is some potential for this as a concept, for this as an idea. The execution. I think Like, were my hopes a little bit too high, maybe? I don't know. I really would love to see somebody do something really amazing with mermaids as like a horror. Like Siren was really good for this, the TV series Siren, but the execution is always just a little dodgy. So maybe I need to write a series. Or a movie. I don't know. Like, I have all this spare time, right? Next up, we have Sea Fever from 2019. A marine biology student must endure a week on a ragged fishing trawler where she is miserably at odds with the close-knit crew. While out at sea, an unfathomable life form ensnares the boat, and members of the crew succumb to a strange infection. This just sounds freaky. I don't know. I haven't seen this one. I don't know. It sounds damp. It sounds freaky. Okay, here's another one that I've seen. Underwater, 2020. I really am a little embarrassed to tell you guys how many times I've actually seen this movie. It's a lot. I don't know why. 6 miles below the surface, disaster strikes when water crashes through the walls of a drilling station. The only hope for the survivors, led by their captain, is to walk across the sea floor to reach salvation. But they are not alone. I'm gonna say the visuals are stunning. The story it's almost like you're dropped in like a third of the way through a movie when like all of the character development has already happened, but you just missed all of that. That's what it feels like. But I love this movie. I don't know why. I've seen it so many times. Like, the story isn't revolutionary, but like I said, the visuals are great, and the creatures are fantastic. The creatures are fantastic. It's so creepy and so dark and haunting, and I might actually watch it again today after I finish filming this, like while I'm working. That's how you get stuff done. And lastly, we have The Deep House from 2021. 2 YouTubers specializing in underwater exploration dive into the remote waters of a French lake where they discover a submerged house. Their dive turns into a nightmare when they discover the house's dark secret. I really want to watch this one. I really want to see this one. I love the idea of exploring things underwater. We see people in our community do this a lot. They'll go like around shipwrecks or around like sunken cars, or, you know, there was somebody who did it in a school bus. They did like a swim through a school bus and it was really cool. I would love to see how this was filmed, how they did this, and how it looks. Anyways, that's it for the list. Which ones have you already seen? Which ones are you looking forward to checking out? Don't forget to follow Merman Christian. Give him a big thank you for putting this list together. Definitely check him out on Instagram. He posts a lot of spooky stuff. I think this might be his favorite time of the year. Merman Christian, is this your favorite time of the year? I have a feeling it might be. We share the spook in common. This too, like, horror movies are also my jam. And so when I was thinking of putting this video together, I thought, who better than to ask like the king of horror? Like, I had to do it. We still have lots more spooky content on the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to catching you all again in my next video. Happy swimming! Bye! A big thank you to the Patreon Pod for helping sponsor today's episode. The Patreon Pod is your mermaid home away from home, with a private Discord community chat, weekly live streams with replays where you can actually watch me make mermaid tales live, as well as get exclusive looks at upcoming projects I'm working on and more. Please check out the link in the description box down below.